Okay, welcome everybody. How are you doing today? Welcome. It's indeed a pleasure having you here today. Today is the 11th of July, which happens to be Thursday. And of course, as we have been sounding the alarm, we had high impact news that came out not too long ago, approximately 30 minutes ago. We are obviously going to be talking about that, and we're going to be making a soft announcement for what we're going to be doing next week. And of course, what you guys have asked for as well. So it's a pleasure having you guys here as you are joining. Take a seat, have your H2O or liquid beside you, have your writing notes. Today basically is going to be a summary of this prop firm workshop that we've been talking about, of the prop firm, how to start it, and of course, how to pass it in good time. Of course, not in 3 days, right? 3 days simply means you might be putting in too much risk, but then you put in too much risk, you stand the risk of getting the account terminated in case it goes the other way against you. So today we will try not to take way too much of your time, but you have questions, feel free to ask. So today, once again, day 3 of the Prop Firm Challenge workshop. We are going to just do a quick recap of what we've been talking about, and then we would look at the charts, look at the fundamental, look at the charts, because the low risk, high reward strategy that you would have gotten, you would notice that you wouldn't have gotten any trade for now, any trade based on you being a trend trader, However, I got a trade as a counter trend move, which is much dangerous, and I got knocked out. The only trade I got this week so far, I got knocked out just before the CPI. And then based on the market structure being scattered, if I'm permitted to use that word, the market structure wasn't in alignment with my analysis. And then I decided to leave the Euro USD alone. And you guys, I'm sure you are looking at what is happening at the moment. The question I would ask is, I hope nobody got injured. I hope nobody was on the wrong side of this CPI data, because we normally mention that it is usually heavy. We normally mention that the CPI carries its own volatility, and if you don't have any directional bias, it's always best for you to leave it alone, just like I did. Leave it alone. It's not compulsory for you to be in a trade to call yourself a trader. A trader also tends to wait. As a matter of fact, this business is a waiting business. You wait for your trade to appear. When you get in that trade, you wait for the trade to give you its final outcome. So this business, it has to do with a lot of waiting. So as we are proceeding, this is day 3. We're going to do a quick recap, just going to breeze through the quick recap. We'll talk about the fundamentals we have in front of us from the CPI, and then we would also talk about the charts. We'll look at the charts as well, because what we are meant to be doing in order to make a profit is trading. So we need to analyze the market before you jump into the market. So quickly now, as a quick recap based on what we've been talking about, we're just going to do this so that we understand, what we've been doing for those just joining us for the first time. So if you are here, feel free to comment in the section below. If you have any questions, feel free to ask questions as well. Okay, great. So a quick one. We said the prop firm is all about trading, so you need to understand what trading is. And trading is simply the buying and selling of one currency against another. Guys, this is a quick recap. So as we're doing the recap, if you have any questions based on what we did on day 1 or day 2, feel free to ask now. If you are thinking of registering and you want to start the prop firm, You can also do that, ask questions, and then we will guide you. Anything you feel, now let me ask this question as well before we get to the end. Any way that you feel that CSA Forex can help you guys out, do let us know. No matter what your request is, we will look into it. We want to help as many people as possible. We want you to be successful. We want you to hit your trading goals, right? But then you feel you need assistance, ask for the assistance, and then we'll see what we can do for you. So trading is simply the buying and selling of one currency against another. That is trading of currencies. You can also trade cryptocurrencies, you can trade commodities, you can trade stocks, you can trade anything. And what is prop firm trading? Prop firm trading obviously is trading, but you are trading not your money. That's where the key and the biggest advantage lies. You are not trading your money, but rather you are trading other people's money, right? So that means that with a small subscription fee, because you're going to pay subscription fee, with a small subscription fee, or maybe $30, $40 or $50, you could be trading $5,000. And of course, you want to trade more than $5,000, then the subscription fee goes up, right? So that is what the prop firm trading is, trading other people's money. And of course, you make profits. There is ROI, returns on investment. You get profit sharing. And that's how you make a big chunk. Imagine that your trading skills is up to date, is up to par, and then you are trading an account balance of $100,000. So to say, $100,000, and then you make 10% of that $100,000. 10% of that $100,000 would give you what? Would give you $10,000. And then probably you are taking home 70%. 70% would easily be $7,000. Did you guys hear that? $7,000 would be in your pocket compared to you trying to trade your $100 and then grow it to $7,000. You can see why the prop firm trading has become very big, has become very popular within the last couple of months, years, and of course, even brokers. Brokers seem to be adjusting what they sell. Brokers obviously allow you to do demo account and then live account. So most of these prop firms too, they give you demo account. The money they're giving you to trade with, it's not real money. And that is the truth. It's not real money. If you do your research properly, you notice that a lot of prop firms have gone under, right? And because of that, some brokers are said to adapt that kind of style so that they can get more clients, get more deposits. Well, that's basically what the brokers are after. More deposits, whether it's for more clients or the same clients, they just want more and more deposits, right? So requirements and prop firm of choice. We already said that the prop firm that I use personally is the Fivers, and I'll drop the link just in case anybody wants to use the Fivers to start trading. I'll put the link in the description, which I have just done, the Fivers. So I use the Fivers, and then so far so good. They seem good. They seem reliable. Don't forget, we said a lot of prop firms have been going under. So disclaimer, right? Please note that the Fivers prop firm, I don't own it, obviously. So just in case, take it with a pinch of salt. A lot of prop firms have been dropping, but hopefully the Fivers will stay up and then remain up, right? And what is required of you, simply in one sentence, what is required of you is to make profit. You make profit up to a particular percentage based on that prop firm, and then you do what? You take home a large chunk of it, and you are good, right? And then crafting a winning trading plan, right? We talked about trading plan with respect to number one, the instrument. Guys, try this experiment out. This is going to be for you guys. Try this experiment out. By the time you start trading only one instrument, I repeat, you trade only one instrument. Try it as an experiment. Open a separate demo account for what we're talking about. Demo account is for you to practice things before you take it to the live scene. Trade just one instrument, right? And then see the result for yourself. Most likely, it might be better than trading 2 or 5 or 10 or 50 instruments, right? That's number one, the instrument. Number two, when it comes to crafting a winning trading plan, you must be able to define your risk. Your risk, are you risking 1% of your account, 2% of your account? Mind you, let me mention this. I don't think I mentioned this on the first day or the second day. Now, assuming you are trading a $5,000 account, guys, work with me here. Assuming you are trading a $5,000 prop firm account, right? And they tell you that you cannot lose more than 10%. You lose up to 10%, what happens? Your account will be terminated. What's the 10% of 5,000? That is 500, right? That is 500. So that means that basically out of 5,000, you only have 500 to work with. Let's assume you start having losses and then your losses drop the account to 4,800. You know what that means? That means that you have only $300 threshold. You have just $300 threshold. What do you think you should be doing with respect to your risk? Because we said you are crafting a winning trading plan. And this here is going to help you to ensure that your account stays afloat. When you have just $300 threshold remaining, your risk should what? Your risk should be decreased. You should drop your risk. If you're using 1%, drop it to 0.5% or until you can push this 300 threshold, 4,800 back up. This is one major issue that people are failing. I had a discussion with someone yesterday. I asked a question with respect to what problem are you having? And then the person said overconfidence. That when he starts making profit, he does what? He increases the risk. You don't increase the risk at all. When you're making profit, when you're losing money as well, when you're losing especially, you decrease the risk. But then that's what most people do. They want to make $1 million overnight, and then before you know it, it doesn't go according to plan. And then before you know it, as the account is dropping, they're even increasing the risk. That's a recipe for disaster, right? Low risk, high reward strategies. We gave you the Fibonacci. When we cross over to the charts now, we're going to look at the Fibonacci with respect to what has developed so far. Because we just had the news, the CPI news that dropped about 42 minutes ago, right? It dropped 42 minutes ago for the CPI. And for the USD, we saw the USD, the DXY tank, take a big hit and then drop. We're expecting a pullback, but it seems that the trend is taking, effect. The trend is overpowering that retracement. But that retracement will come. This is part of the business. The retracement definitely will come, right? So now, as we have just said that, right? Risk management, we already showed you on our platform, on our website, where you can calculate your risk appropriately in order to determine the volume and also determine the lot size. So you should not have any issue whatsoever with this. Trading psychology, this has to do with controlling your emotions. In order to control your emotions, guys, trust me, once you have this trading plan in place, the trading plan, and also you have a trading journal in place, it is going to help you with your trading psychology. It's going to help you to better control your emotions. And that is very important, right? Have that trading plan that you follow, not just that you have a plan, but you don't follow it. You must have that plan, and religiously, you must follow it to the T. And it's going to help you with your patience and discipline. Now, reverse engineering trading is where you look at a trade from the end to the beginning, not the beginning to the end. Meaning you look at a trade that has worked and you try to duplicate it, right? That's what you're going to be doing with respect to reverse engineering trading. Now, what I wanted to announce to you guys towards the end, I'll drop a little hint about it. It has to do with live analysis. And this live analysis, we are going to be conducting it next week, right? And some of you have also asked for a trading room. I'm going to give you more information on those two as we proceed. Now, from what we've just talked about as a quick recap of the Prop Firm workshop, with respect to how to start it, the prop firm of choice, and of course, how to craft your winning trading plan, trading journal, and the likes with your strategy, using Fibonacci as well. We're going to cross over to the charts now, and then we're going to explore the Fibonacci, right, on the chart, right? Don't forget, today, as we said, today was the CPI data. I repeat, today was the CPI data, and this CPI data, high impact news, which came out at 1:30 p.m. UK time, Nigerian time. High impact news, and as we said, it is always bound to be explosive, right? It might be explosive to the upside, explosive to the downside, but we know for a fact it's going to be explosive. And because my market structure was broken, I decided to stay out of the market. So this is the DXY here, and this is what we had. I repeat, this is what we had. If you remember yesterday, we were talking about a possible pullback to this area here, 105.434, 105.45, can just say. We're expecting a pullback to this area back yesterday, but we said that price needs to pull back, and this was an area of support, as you can see. Well, look at what happened based on the CPI data. The market took a plunge for the DXY. And don't forget, for the DXY, with respect to the Euro USD, we said they tend to move in opposite directions. So this DXY, as we had it fall, as we had it tank, of course, you would expect that the Euro USD would appreciate aggressively. So we're going to look at that now in a bit. But what I wanted to also show you now, let me just clean this up. Based on this chart, based on the result of this CPI that fell all the way this way, you can see the size of this massive candle. All the candles from the past, look at how small they have been. Look how small they have been. Nothing compares to this one. First of all, I want to ask this question. I hope nobody got injured. I hope nobody crashed their account as a result of this high impact news. If that happened to you, please comment now. Let's see how we can help you out. If that happened to you, comment now. Let's see how we can help you out. Let's have like a consultation. I gave out my WhatsApp number yesterday, right, for the person that requested for it. So you can always do what? You can always reach out. Have any question, reach out, and then we can discuss it and see how we can help you out further. So using that Fibonacci retracement strategy, where we use it as a confluence with support and resistance. You can see we've already drawn support and resistance levels here. So this area here happens to be the new resistance. So it's former support, but as this guy broke out, it should not act as resistance. Well, let's put the Fibonacci on the chart and let's see what we have over here. Drawing the Fibonacci from the highs over here to the new lows over here, you can see what we have. To these new lows, what do we now have? If you look closely, you notice that this area of resistance, not this one, because this one, quite right, it confluences with the 38.2. But remember we said 50 or 61.8 is usually stronger. So now this 105.05 here has confluence with 50 retracement. So we could either say price pullback. It has to pull back, guys, whether we like it or not. No matter how far price drops, it tends to give this magnetic pull, meaning that orders, we have pending orders sitting over here. People have sell pending orders here, sell limit, and have sell limit here, meaning that the market needs to pull back here, trigger it, and then drop, or here, trigger it and drop. I'd rather prefer to set my penny, if I was using pending orders, I would rather prefer to set my pending orders over here at 50 compared to here. Here would obviously give more profit, will give this much profit from here to here, will give this much profit. And of course, with a small risk compared to here, right? So no matter what, we need to see that pullback. Even if that pullback doesn't come up this week, it might be next week. Because this week, today is Thursday, and trust me, the market should be rounding up sooner or later. For me, the market more or less has ended, because from where it is here, I expect the market to move sideways, but might have the pullback. For it to drop further down, it's still a possibility. I tell traders today, expect the unexpected and do not leave any movement, you know, on the table, because anything can happen in the market. This market can still drop further down. But I'm telling you, based on my little experience, it still needs to pull back. So it is that pullback that we are going to be waiting for in order to jump into the market. So we're going to see how that goes at the end of the day, right? So guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Let's get some feedback from you, from those that are here. I seriously hope that nobody got injured. We're going to be rounding up within a few minutes. And then, as I said, I'm going to make that little announcement. Now, this is the DXY. Let's use this to relate to Euro USD. Let's look at the Euro USD from this point here. Because you notice that Euro USD, as the DXY tanked, you notice that the Euro USD did what? It went higher and higher, right? So you can see now the Euro USD went higher and higher. And based on that low risk to high reward strategy, with support and resistance coupled with the Fibonacci, we draw the Fibonacci from this lows over here, to the new highs over here. Now we can look for our areas of confluence. You can see 50 also here, this area. I would like to see price pull back on this guy, on this Euro USD, from where it is here. You can see this massive up move. If you drop your RSI, for those that know the RSI, known as the Relative Strength Index, or you drop your MACD, moving average convergence divergence, if you drop any of these two oscillators, I'm sure you might probably start to see some divergence over here. Or maybe it could even come down, push up a bit, and give a stronger divergence over here, saying and stating that it is time for price to drop. So we have these areas here that price could drop back to, or even drop back to here. This might seem a bit deep, or maybe this one at around 1.0815. This area here might be a good one for price to drop to, right? So now the strength of the market is to the upside on the Euro USD, right? But then in order to jump into this trade on the upside, you don't start buying where it is here. You are too late. You wait for pullbacks, you wait for retracements, you wait for the market to come back. And in order for you to wait for pullbacks, that's why we're adding Fibonacci to the mix. When you use a tool such as Fibonacci, it helps you to be disciplined. It helps you to ensure that you wait for those pullback areas to occur, right? That you wait for those pullback areas to occur. You can as well check other instruments, GBP, USD, gold, Bitcoin, or whatever major currency pair that you might be trading, USD, JPY, and so on. You would more or less see this same movement across board. Guys, do you have any questions so far? Do you have any requests? Do you want us to look at any instrument, whether it's majors or minors or cryptos or index, VIX, or whatever you trade? If you have any requests, put it up in the comment section. You have any questions? If you have any requests also with respect to what you would like to see, would you like to see signals? Would you like to see more live market analysis like this? Would you like to see more videos? Would you like to see more trainings? Let's see what we can do to help you out, right? Would you like some consultations, some one-on-one consultations? Let us know, and then we know how to assist you further, right? And that's what we want to do at CSA Forex, which stands for Common Sense Approach to Forex Trading. We want to see how we can help you guys to grow. We want to see how we can help you guys to improve drastically. And of course, if you are a newbie, you are new to the business, let us know as well, and we'll give you the proper directions, right? We hope that you have been getting value from the beginning of this Prop Farm workshop. up till now. We hope that you have been getting some value also in the Telegram community, where we have a lot of people, and you're welcome to join the community as well. You can just go over to the school's website at training.csaforex.com/training. Okay, I can see a request coming in, NZD card. Beautiful. We're going to look at NZD card right about now. I'm just going to drop that link to the school. This is the link to the school. Sorry, I just had to do copy and paste. This is the link to the school, so I'm going to put it up in the comment section for you guys, right? And then we are going to we're going to look at the NZD card for the person that requested for it. So NZD card, this should be an interesting one. Why? Because number one, this is not an instrument that I trade, so we're going to be looking at it together for the first time. NZD card. Okay, NZD card, this is what we have right in front of us from this hourly time frame. Well, the first thing that jumps at me now, as you can see, first of all, it's not the cleanest of charts, but I can tell you that I have some areas of interest that I am watching here. I can tell you I have this here. I'm going to explain why I drew this level here. I have this one here as well, right? Whenever you're drawing your levels, you always start from the left to the right, meaning that you start from this left area and then move over to the right and so on, right? So I'm going to explain how we're able to pick these levels now. And the best way to pick the levels is using your eyes. I repeat, you use your eyes to understand the price movement and then use that to take advantage of the entry point, support, resistance. Now, this chart over here is not the cleanest with respect to trend, with respect to the direction of price. This is a structure that if you look closely, you might be able to see the levels, but it's not as clean as when the market is pushing higher in a manner like this, right? This one, we had some movement to the downside and then to the upside and then to the downside, and looks to be going to the upside as well. Some of them quite all right are pullbacks and retracements. And if you look over here, we first of all started drawing this area, first of all, simply because of this support where price pushed up, right? So here is an area of support. And then when price broke down, here's an area of resistance. The other side acted as resistance, 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 resistance. And then here, fresh support. You can see what happened when it came back here. From this point here, it broke this resistance, pushed higher and higher to this point here. Now look at what happened. That area that we started from, you can see price came back here and acted as support. With this massive candle, can you see this massive candle? With this massive candle, it broke. This news, there must have been news for NZD of CAD. If you go back in time, this looks like yesterday as well. If you check the calendar for yesterday, we might see what the news was for NZD or CAD. Maybe was it their rate statement or something? Not sure. But there was definitely a news over here, maybe for the NZD. I'm thinking it's a rate statement if I recollect. But anyways, this area was supposed to act as support where it broke out and then it came back here. So this is an area that you can see price is now reacting to and dropping. But I wouldn't just place a penny order here. I wouldn't just trade it aggressively when it reaches here. I would look forward. I'll look for a reason for entry. And that your reason for entry, right, would be your trigger. It could be a candlestick pattern. It could even be a chart pattern. And one thing I also advise, as you can see, the market is dropping over here. Assuming you didn't get any trigger over here on this hourly time frame, as long as this area is valid, you can always drop down in time frame. Drop down in time frame to 30 minutes and see anything. No. Drop down in time frame to 15 minutes. Did you see anything here? No, not really. Drop down to maybe 5 minutes. Anything? Not really. Well, I wouldn't say drop down to 1 minute because that would be a bit too much based on the PA. So basically, from dropping down time frames, now the reason why we're dropping down time frames was simply because we need to get a trigger here. If your trigger does not come on that same time frame, it is allowed to drop down and then look for a discounted entry in that area. This is something that traders do as well to ensure that the stop loss is pretty small and then the take profit could be this large back to the very lows over here. So this is the NZD card. You can see it's already dropping without you, without us. Well, I don't trade it, but without the person that requested for it. And this simply means that it is not always, listen to this carefully, guys. This simply means that it is not all the time that price gets to your area of interest where you want to enter the market, that it gives you an entry. You can see this massive candle that we have here, most likely was from CAD. You can see that we had news for CAD today. If we go over to our calendar, this is the calendar. We had news for CAD today. Oh, no, we didn't have for CAD. We didn't have for CAD. But NZD CAD, you can see it's reacting. It reacted heavily there. But then look at this from yesterday. Yesterday was NZD. It was the New Zealand dollars that we had news that gave us this massive candle. Because this one is also massive. So maybe this one was just reacting to the CPI for the USD that came out. And you can see these massive candles as well. When you see massive candles, just know it is news related, right? And then one thing I would also tell you guys that I've noticed over time, right, is that even when there's news, price tends to react at those areas, those key areas of support and resistance. Price tends to react. So always ensure, even when news is coming out, make sure you are trading from your areas of interest, support and resistance, support and resistance. Very key, very, very important. So we have just looked at the NZD card for the person that requested, and I'm going to softly make the announcement now before we start to round up. So I hope that the information for the person that asked for NZD card, hope that the analysis that we gave was an okay one for you, and it's going to help you with your trading. If you're in the trade, let us know. If you're thinking of the trade, let us know, right? Because you might be in the wrong direction and you might be having one issue or the other, but let us know at the end of the day, right? So next week, we are going to be having live market analysis sessions where it is strictly going to be trading, right? So if you're a newbie, please go over to the school and then watch the what? Watch the beginners class that will bring you up to speed, and then you can open a demo account, right? And if you're a struggling trader, next week you would like to join us in our analysis sessions where we're going to be strictly analyzing the market and looking for trade opportunities. Next week, we're going to be doing that. And we got requests from traders in the community that they would like to have a trading room. If you agree with that, we're going to still make the announcement in the trading room as in the community as well. If you would like to be part of the trading room, right, where it is strictly trading, we drop charts, signals, live market analysis sessions, strictly trading. For you to make money, don't forget you need to trade. So we want to go hands-on fully, right, in that trading room. So if it is something you're interested, you can comment now, interested. We would also make the announcement in the Telegram community so that for those that are interested should join. But don't forget, guys, it is for those that are very serious, and that's why we're going to be putting a little token behind it. It's going to be for 1 month, so we're going to put a little token behind it so that you join, and then once you join, you wouldn't want it to waste. You'll be there, you take advantage, you ask questions, you throw chats on at us. You like to see NZD card, we draw charts for you with our levels and wait for price to get there, and then we analyze it together. We analyze the good, the bad, the ugly. It worked, it didn't work. We would understand why it worked and also understand why it didn't work. It is not every trade that we take that is going to be a winner. It's not every trade that we are waiting to take that will get to our area of interest and give us that trigger to enter. So situations will happen, right? And you have to accept it. That is where the winning mentality comes in. Remember our 5 steps? You must have the winning mentality, be able to manage your risk, strategies, and so on, trading plan, trading journal, and then be able to avoid unnecessary losses. Based on this news that came out, I was able to avoid unnecessary losses because my directional bias was even to the opposite side. I was selling the EURUSD, but after the structure had broken, I wasn't sure that it was a sell or buy anymore. but I decided I was not going to be in that particular trade. I was going to leave it, let it play out, and then I would reanalyze. If I don't get any other trade opportunity today, then no problem. If I don't get any other trade opportunity tomorrow, which is the final day of this week, then no problem. By the way, it seems that the weeks are moving a bit fast, or is it just me? I really don't know. But you know, when it's moving fast and you're making money, you don't even care, you're not bothered. But at the end of the day, guys, reach out to us. Let us know how we can help you out. Let us know the issues, the problems you are having, and if you'll be interested in the trading room, and then we will discuss other things further to help you out. I'm going to be rounding up now, and I want to say thank you to everybody that joined us live for our 3 days Prop Firm workshop. That was from Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. Thank you to those that joined us live. Thank you to those that watched it on a replay, right? And then still made one comment or the other, ask questions. Thank you to those that did not watch it. I have to thank everybody, because at the end of the day, everybody has a role to play, right? So thank you guys for joining. Guys, was it of value? Did you get value? Let us know whether you got value. Let us know whether you learned something. Even if it was one thing that you learned in this 3 days workshop. Let us know if it was one thing you learned and what that thing is. You can also comment in the Telegram community as well for others to know what you learned, what your take-home was overall. Because trust me, right, information is key, information is power, and it is this same information that is going to help you to improve, that's going to help you to grow in the business of trading. There are different ways to make money in this business. It's either from trading your money or trading other people's money. Trading other people's money, you could also become a fund manager. So trading other people's money has a big advantage behind it. You can also become an affiliate, can become an educator. There are many ways that you can make money from this business, right? The ultimate is trading, because if you cannot trade, how would you be able to explain the market? How would you be able to explain the business to people? So I hope you guys got value. Did you guys get value in our session? If you did, let us know. You can always drop the comments so we know. We are rounding up now, so we want to say thank you guys for joining. I always believe that there is a little delay in the streaming, in the live streaming. So at times your comment tends to come in a bit, some seconds late and so on. But I believe you guys got value. If you got value, let us know. You can type value in the comment section. You could also comment your question or whatever it is while watching the replay. So thank you guys. Let's cross over to the Telegram community and then let's continue the discussion from there. I wish you guys best of luck in the rest of your trading for the week, for the month, and even for the year. Reach out to us if you need any assistance whatsoever. Let's see how we can help you out. Thank you guys and goodbye for now. Cheers.